From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, just about ready for baseball. And today's starter, Cal Quantrill.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
So up next, Ezekiel Duran in for a strike, 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. It's something to improve.
Here comes Corey Seager. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Quantrill back to work. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the cutter, and it was worthwhile. Here's Josh Young. That one down the line. LeMahieu gets it to first. And that is that. Rangers leave one. And we're back. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Cody Bradford. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, a pretty standard four-pitch mix. He's got the fastball, change speeds, two breaking balls. You know, all can be really effective if they're coming out of the same arm slot and really staying in that tunnel for a good bit.
And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Seeing this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Well, to me, Boog, it shows the managers trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nothing doing. Game 1 of the division series. And here's the first baseman, Jake Berger. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts. Bottom of the inning, Anthony Santander at the plate. The wind to the pitch. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. Berger pulls it down, and there's 1 down. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. That one fouled off, 2-2. What a stop. The throw. And they get the out. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Line drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first, heading for two. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
To third. And it gets by him. Coming home. Still manages a throw, but it's offline. And it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the ALDS. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here at Rogers Center, here's Leody Taveras. In there at the knees for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Stepping in, Aaron Zavala. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Fly ball down the line. And there's 1 away. So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Throw to second. Ow!
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
This to third. Slings to first, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Andres Jimenez. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Willie Adames stands in. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. On the ground, 2 ball. Young tossed to second, and that's 2. That one the other way. Jimenez in plenty of time to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Here's Corey Seager. And delivers outside.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Ball 4, and Seager has taken his base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
1 gone, runner at first. Josh, runner takes off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Makes the grab, and there are 2 down. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Ground ball to the right side. Guerrero takes it himself, and he has thrown 4. Back now in Toronto. Now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now fly ball to right center. Touches down. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Taveras gets under it. And there's one down. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Caught him looking for the K.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ground ball up the middle. Jimenez. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
They got it for out number 2. Leody Taveras stepping in for the Rangers. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. Now 5 strikeouts. Game 1 of the division series. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. In the air out towards right center. Zavala sizes this one up. Brings it in. And there's one away. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center. And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at first, one away. Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And now, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Smith going back on this one. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Back here at Rogers Center. And now, Aaron Zavala. And a count 1-2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of the ALDS. That one missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly a threat on the bases, especially with them looking to tie this thing up.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Got it. Strikeout number 8. So another. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Cole Winn.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and they get Adames for the out. So digging in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away. And now it's going to be Anthony Santander. On the ground to the left. The throw to first. And there are 2 outs. Here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker. He gets the intentional walk here and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Foul! That ball's foul!
And a ball and 2 strikes. Right side, Zavala. Nabs it. And that ends the inning. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young.
No, Boog, it's so important to have a well-rested bullpen in the postseason. So it really helps getting starts like this. They're in position to win game 1, and now we can expect the bullpen to be sharp for game 2. Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Ground ball right side, could be 2. 1 and second to Guerrero, and they turn 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Hammered. Could be extra bases. The run scores from third, and they tie it late here in game 1. To second, but way too late, safe there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. They got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball.
And no one can get there.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Really important at-bat coming up.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Luke Weaver. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Got him swinging. Alejandro Kirk digs in now. Popped up. Berger right there to make the grab. And there are 2 outs. Here's DJ LeMahieu.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Berger takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Armstrong.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad. And he can't come up with it.
Still able to fire over, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
He was all over that one. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's two away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And there's ball four. And with two outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. They miss a big chance. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Robert Garcia.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
And that is out of play. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
2 down, nobody on. Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side here in the... New pitcher now for the Jays, Paul Sewald. And the batter now, Nolan Gorman. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Backed off the plate that time. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Go ahead run on base. Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. Swings and misses. And it's 1 and 2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. The throw. Tag. And he's out.
Now, I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3 down. And now the DH, Anthony Santander. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Balls it in, and there's 1 away. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. 1 down, base is empty. That's out to center field. Tavares settles underneath it, and there's 2 away. Dalton Varsho. Will hit next. Trying to send this to extra innings. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3. That's the 3rd out. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. Popped up. Adames on his way over. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Ezekiel Duran now at the plate. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to short. Adames. And that'll do it. Josh Spores comes on now. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. This ball's chopped on the ground. Bounces into the outfield for a base hit.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now it's going to be Alejandro Kirk. Winning run on base at first, no outs. Good job to fight that one off. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Addison Barger, the winning run on base for him. Oh, and this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. That's worth the price of admission. And the Blue Jays walk it off in extra innings.
In the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Just about set to go. And the starter for Toronto, Zach Gallen.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the...
Oh, he gloves it. Back here with my pal Singy, getting the nod in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. It's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to go.
That one ripped right center field. Headed one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Taveras settles under it and makes the catch. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opponents.
And a base hit knocks in a run. Man at first with 1 gone. Anthony Santander digs in now. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 run across in the frame so far, and we're here in Game 2 of the ALDS. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
2 on, 1 out. Rooker getting ready to hit. Swings and misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
The other way. Base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 2-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. Hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always...
In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. The throw into second. The tag out. But 1 run does score in the play before the inning ends. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We move to the second. We're in the second game of this division series. Here's Josh Young. Hard hit left side. Tosses across the first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Now here is Jake Berger. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. 1 out, bases empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
2 outs. On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
Swing and a ball popped up. Adames. And that is that. Bottom of the second, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. High fly ball, right field. Zavala drops steps, heads back on it. Makes the grab, 1 away. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Zavala tracks it down for the out. So the batting order turns over, and here is Sosa to the plate. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Leody Taveras. And there's a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's when he definitely should have laid off of.
1 down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. And that's a double.
All over that one right there. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 3. So now 2 on and 2 outs. Seager stands in now. And the slider just misses.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Dives and makes the catch. Back now in Toronto. Willie Adames stands in. Takes it in for the out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Next offering is fouled back. Swung on, belted. That's back. And that one's gone. And they add on. It's 4-0.
Man, he looks like his dad out there hitting home runs. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Tries the bare hand, and it gets by him. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. So, a man aboard. Now at the plate, Brent Rooker. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Taveras makes the grab for the second out. So up next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. The 1-1. Foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out. Vlad Guerrero Jr. with the solo shot. Back here at Rogers Center, now the third baseman, Josh Young. Hacks and misses, it's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of us
dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Rangers leave one. Ready to go, bottom four. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Now the catcher up to hit. Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Runner on the move. That one fouled off. Varsho, the runner at first with one gone in the inning.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Runner on the go again. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Back to the top of the lineup, Edmundo Sosa next up for the Blue Jays. Man at second. Swings through that one for strike two. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0. And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Eduardo Rodriguez gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Nathan Eovaldi gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So a man at first. And next for Toronto, Willy Adames. Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 outs. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first. That is the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. To the right side. He'll do it himself. One up, one down. Aaron Zavala will hit next. In the air, left field, down the line. Nice grab on the run. 2 up, 2 down. Now the left fielder, Josh Smith.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now he breaks his bat. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's the 3rd out. We're in the 2nd game of this division series. Now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He swings and fouls one off. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Brent Rooker now at the plate. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
2 straight.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Base knock, center field. The throw to 3rd. And the throw's offline, safe at 3rd.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high...
On the ground. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the... And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the second baseman, Ezekiel Duran.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
So now it's Corey Seager. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Young. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next to hit, Jake Berger. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. The Jays up big in this one, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. Swing and a miss. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now DJ LeMahieu. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Double play ball to second. Off balance feed, there's one. And that's all they'll get. And now for the Jays, Willie Adames. Eovaldi checks the runner, and he dives back in safely. The pitch. That misses the zone. 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Here's the pitch to Adames. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Taveras puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. So man aboard. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner takes off. Grounds one to short. Nice grab. Over to first. What a play. Inning over. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Eric Swanson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. So up next, Jonah Heim. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Fastball almost got him there. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Leody Taveras digs in now. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
So bases all loaded up. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Josh Smith. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swings here and blasts one left field. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And the Rangers manager making his way. Jacob Webb gets the call from the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So man aboard, and now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the late stages of game 2. Got him swinging. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Zavala coming on. Hauls it in, 2 away. Digging in, Dalton Varsho. Runner at second, 2 down. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And it's an 8-run lead. So 2 down. Here's the catch. So now pinch hitter for the Blue Jays, Dalton rushing. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. Next offering is foul back. Two outs. That one 95 to finish him off. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Angel Bastardo.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 gone. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Josh Young. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
1 ball.
Bases empty, 1 away, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. Hard ground ball, base knock. Up next for the Rangers, Jake Berger. Next offering is down low, and the count 2-1. And that one off the outside edge.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And that'll load the bases. Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Ball 4, he's walked in a run. So bases loaded with 1 away. Leody Taveras stepping in for the Rangers. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So 2 down now, and here is Aaron Zavala. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Varsho makes the grab, and that is that. So they get back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Cold wind. DJ LeMahieu to start it off. On the ground right side. Gets it to first. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now it's this. So now a pinch hitter, Andres Jimenez. 1 out and the base is empty for him. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. 2 outs, base is empty. Liner, base hit. Runner at first with 2 away. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Luis Arias. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. Swing and a base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 9-1. So first and second with 2 outs. And next. So now pinch hitter for the Blue Jays, Addison Barker, looking for a big hit with 2 out, runners at first and second. That one drilled left field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. 1 run is in. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 11-1.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair.
New pitcher on here, JT Shagwa.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
And now here is Spencer Steer. And a base hit. And he boots it. Coming home. He'll score easily. Man at first. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the... We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Taylor Rogers. So back to the top of the order, and now it's the Rangers' leadoff hitter, Josh Smith. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. So a man at first. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. LeMahieu goes to second for 1, and it's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So they're down. Makes the sliding stop. Onto the pitcher, to the bag himself, and gets the out to end it. Wow.
This is what you call taking care of business. When you've got home field advantage and you win the first 2 games of the series, that's what you come to the ballpark to do. They've worked hard to get to this point. Now they're in the driver's seat. We'll see how they do once this series continues. But so far, they've set the tone.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
12-1 is the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas Rangers. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. So almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Michael Lorenzen.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Taveras makes the catch. Back in Arlington, towing the slab in today's game, Bowden Francis.
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Goes down looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Chopped left side. Fires over to Guerrero. Rangers go down in third game of the division series. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball left side. Fires over to first. Got the out. 2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Not close with that one. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swings and misses, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now Josh Young. There's a swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Chases that one out of the zone. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. 1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump, and there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. 1-1 now. On the ground to first, and that chance handled. The flip to the pitcher covering. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Gets a piece and stays alive. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Next to hit, Dalton Rushing. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit hard on the ground to short. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
So the lineup flips over. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. 2 outs. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check. Still. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Jonah Heim. Next offering way off the plate. And that's ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Leody Taveras. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound. No question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Next up for Texas, Josh Smith. Swinging a drive, deep right field. That's back. Bangs off the wall. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back at Globe Life Field. Start of the 4th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Fly ball to right. And there's one down. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Foul ball there. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Now a chance for Anthony Santander. And he chases that one. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Corey Seager. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2. Angel Bastardo, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
So digging in, Jake Berger. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down. And here is Brent Rooker. That one ripped. Zavala makes the grab, 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. And he's got a double.
He was all over that one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
And a count 1-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. 3rd game of the division series. Now, Nolan Gorman. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball. So next to hit for Texas, Leody Taveras. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No play, that's an infield single. So man aboard. Up next for the Rangers, Aaron Zavala. And right back to the mound. And that is the inning. Back in Arlington, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one's carrying. Out of here! An absolute smash to left. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's Andres Gimenez. Got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Willie Adames stands in. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So they pick up a run. Bottom of the sixth inning. Here's the left fielder, Josh Smith. Not even close there. And that's ball two. And that's outside.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
No outs. Runner at first. Ezekiel Durant. Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. Runner holds. Count goes to 2-1. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. And ball four, two aboard.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. And he pumps it a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. First and second, no outs here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That's down and in.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And they're all loaded up.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And the count 1-2. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. Now this is in the air down the line. Rooker under it. Drops into the glove. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 1-1.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Look out. That fastball drilled him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
He's under it. Squeezes it. And that is the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Luke Weaver. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. Line drive. Oh, he gloves it.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he robbed him of a base hit.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. Up the middle, Seager. Over to first, and that'll do it. Blue Jays go down. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. And that's a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that base.
Adames to Jimenez. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Stepping in, Josh Smith. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 3. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next one just misses. 2 and 2. In the air, center field. Varsho after it. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. All tied 1-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Robert Garcia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. Kind of just punts it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over. So get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Andres Jimenez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Got him swinging.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. With the go-ahead run at first here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Swings, and this one's flared. Makes the play, and it's out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Burr. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. DJ LeMahieu now in the game as he takes over third. On the ground to first. Guerrero steps on the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Now it's Corey Seager. 1 out, base is empty. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the next pitch is way outside. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Had a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Ripped on the ground to second. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Brian Helsley. And the batter now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The 1-1. And that's fouled off. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Teased the zone with that fastball a little bit up, fouled it off. Expect him to go a little bit higher with this next one.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Line drive, that's a base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
At the plate, Anthony Santander. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the runner holds.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the topspin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. Berger to second, double play, and that sends us to the bottom of the. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Zach Jackson. Here's the catcher to hit. Jonah Heim lifted in the air down the left side, and that's a fair ball.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Leody Taveras stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And there's one away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Aaron Zavala stepping in for the Rangers. Pitch misses, and now 3 balls and a strike. Josh Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going. And now it's the Rangers' leadoff hitter, Josh Smith. So up next, Ezekiel Duran. Winning run in scoring position with 2 away here in the late stages of Game 3. That one misses. They're now 3-1. He walked in, and that will keep things going.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Corey Seager to the plate in this high leverage spot. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's under it. Makes the grab, and that will end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here, and now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Next offering is outside. And he blows that one by him at 100.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ripped to short. And they get the leadoff man in the 10th. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. That one way inside. Bases empty, one away here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of the 10th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2. Now on the bump, Paul Sewald. Here's Josh Young. And strike 2.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at-bats.
Now it's the DH, Nolan Gorman. And a swing and a miss down on strikes, and that is a big first out. Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 2 away down. So digging in, Leody Taveras. Stays alive.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
struck him out. Pulled the string. Welcome back, and on the mound to start the 11th inning, Josh Spores. And here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's one down. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the grab, 2 down. And now, Willie Adames. And a big swing and a miss. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him looking. And a nice inning of work there. Back here at extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Sean Armstrong.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here. That's a really good take.
The 2-2 now. And there's a ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Exactly what they needed him to deliver there, a quality at bat. Now the pressure's on to find a way to get him home.
Popped up right side. Hauls it in for the out. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. Got the bat going too soon at strike 2. With the winning run on at first. Here in the late stages of Game 3. Beats him to the bag, and that means we're back at Globe Life Field. On to the 12th. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Out towards right center field. Taveras going after it. He's got it. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Out number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Back to the mound. He's got it. Sends it to first. 3rd out. And that ends the frame. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here comes Corey Seager. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Jimenez throw to first. And Seager is set down. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Josh Young. That misses. 3-1.
When we get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And here's the first baseman, Jake Berger. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. One down, winning run on first. Right side. Fires over to Guerrero. Awesome play there.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Out number 3. Back now, we're in extras. And there's a new arm on the mound, Jacob Webb. Dalton Varsho getting ready to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. Taveras sizing this one up. Brings it in. And there's one down. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. And a swing and a miss.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they can't get the out. Go ahead run on base. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. Comes the 2-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the first sweeper we've seen today. Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Eric Swanson. Fights it off. He'll see another. To the right side, Jimenez. Throws to first in time. One up, one down. Now it's going to be Leody Taveras.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Base is empty, one away here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Lifted in the air, out to left. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Aaron Zavala stepping in for the Rangers. That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2. That's down and in. And it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 3. Out towards left center. Varsho moving under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Back in Arlington. Now here is Andres Jimenez. Liner, and this could be trouble. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Man at second. Inside, almost got him. Here's the pitch to Adames. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hit in the air, right field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now a pitch out, and perhaps they were protecting against the squeeze. Swings through that one.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second.
Cole Winn taking over on the mound. Here comes Anthony Santander in a big spot. Left field. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. Now the left fielder, Josh Smith. still fires to first, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Now here is Ezekiel Duran.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Next pitch is outside. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Base hit center field.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now a chance to maybe get creative on
off-balance speed. There's one. Relay to Guerrero. In-time inning-ending double play. New inning getting started. Leading off, Brent Rooker. Now fly ball to right center. Zavala on the move. Makes the catch, one down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss at a slider.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Line drive, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Got a pretty ugly offer going into this game up until that at bat, so a little sigh of relief there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out fine.
Runner on the move. There's the ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. Wynn checks the runner, and he's back in safely.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. The Blue Jays take the lead.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's DJ LeMahieu. The pitch to LeMahieu. This one popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Rushing. He had a big swing back in the 6th. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
Line drive, base hit. In comes some insurance as the runner scores from third. It's an RBI single, and it's a 2-run lead. So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, Nathan Eovaldi.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next to hit, Willie Adames. Next offering misses, 2-2. Out to short. They get the force. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So up next, Jake Berger. And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rooker under it. He's got it. And there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Nolan Gorman stepping in for the Rangers. This could end it. In the air on the infield. LeMahieu moving under it. And that is it. They are headed for the ALCS.
Well, a really solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations. Get ready for the ALCS.